Damn, I must be a boxer because I beat the shit out of these. Yo, how's it going? Zakaragi here for a 2-year wear update for the ASICS Gel KAYANO 14s. Now this is easily one of my most worn shoes in my collection, so I want to share with you just how well these have held up over the years. But before I do, I need you to do me a huge favor. I need you to drop a like, drop a comment, maybe even subscribe to the channel as well if you're feeling generous. It really does help me out, so I'd really appreciate it. But without further ado, let's get straight into this review. Now, this specific colorway of the shoe originally came out back in August of 2022. This is the silver and black down collaboration pair. It's one of my most favorite shoes in my collection right now. So I did do an initial review for these back then. I'll link it up here just in case you want to check that out. And then somewhere along the line, I believe I did a 4-month wear update video for these, if I'm not mistaken. I'll also link that up here in case you want to check that out. So, you know, a lot of time has passed since those videos came out, so I thought it'd be appropriate to share with you just how they're doing now, because it has been a while, honestly. Now, I really love this shoe. So from when I got them back in 2022 all the way to like mid to late 2024, I was wearing these almost religiously. Like, I kept them by my front door so I could slip them on or slip them off at a moment's notice, because unlike a lot of you guys out there, I actually wear my shoes, and if I really like a shoe, I will wear that shoe. So that's the case for these guys right here, and I wore them for like everything I was doing in my life, whether it be gym, you know, parties, walks, work, doesn't matter. You'd see these on my feet, and I was going for like long stretches of time where I wouldn't switch to any other shoe and just wear these. That's how much I love them. And just to keep them going, you know, eventually I did buy 2 other pairs so that I could just rotate them to make the lifespan of each one of them go for much longer. So grab another pair of the same colorway, silver and black jound pair. And then I also grabbed the silver and navy pair here, also a jound collaboration pair, because I'm just a dirty little hype beast, I guess. So, you know, I did put these to rest for a little bit after I kind of beat the crap out of them. I wanted to give them a little bit of a breather and kind of clean them up and try to get them looking, you know, as new as possible again, so that I could start wearing them and kind of feeling like I have not as beat up pair of a shoe, I guess I should say. But, you know, the materials have held up fairly well, to be honest. I mean, to be expected. There's creases on them, there are scuff marks, there are parts that are starting to wear out. You know, it's gonna happen if you're wearing a shoe on a daily basis, and you know, they're not clean anymore. I can't get them to look white ever again. There's still some dirt marks all over. Maybe a professional cleaner can come by and, you know, try to make these look new again for me, but I've tried scrubbing these down as much as I could, and I can't make these things look white anymore. But materials honestly have held up fairly well, and I'm, you know, pretty impressed with that so far. Okay, so moving along to the outsole right here, and this definitely took the biggest beating out of everything else in this entire shoe, but that's to be expected just given that it's touching the ground constantly and all the different surfaces and whatnot, and dealing with whatever activity I'm doing or just how I walk in general. You know, sometimes I might be dragging my feet or whatnot, but you know, I'm looking at it right now and it doesn't look too bad, honestly. Parts of it are smoothened out now and have lost its detail compared to when it was brand new. Parts of it are definitely pretty worn out, considering that I probably did drag my feet a lot there, especially in this heel portion right here. It's so worn out that the outsole is now starting to blend in with the midsole. That's how much I've worn these. And there's a bit of sole separation on the back part of the shoe right here. Nothing crazy, honestly, but all in all, it's held up considerably well. I'm not mad at that at all. Now, the TPU support piece in the middle of the shoe right here, that's also, I guess, part of the outsole, does have a lot of scratch marks and whatnot, and it's a bit rough around the edges at some parts, but all in all, still has held up pretty well. And then moving on up to the midsole, it does look pretty rough, I'm not gonna lie. It does have a lot of scratches all over. Definitely doesn't look brand new, obviously, but you know, just something to note here. A lot of scratches from, I guess, parts where I've dragged my foot in through, or just things have scratched up on it. You never know, honestly. You don't know what your feet actually go through unless you actually look at it. And finally, the part you're probably most curious about, just how well is this cushion setup held up over the past couple years. Now, a big part of the reason why I've worn these a lot is mainly because they're just so damn comfortable on foot. Easily one of the most comfortable shoes in my collection. Now, I didn't start feeling the cushion bottoming out until I want to say like more than a year of consistent wear. Now, I find that to be pretty impressive to me, but even after being bottomed out, the cushion is still pretty comfortable. I could wear these all day long, no problem at all. Like even right now, after I've worn these a bit more, like I can still go all day long. They're still that comfortable. Definitely more comfortable than like the Jordans I own or some of the Adidas I own as well. So that really speaks volumes to this cushion setup and how well it's held up over the past couple of years. But overall, I'm really happy with how these have held up so far, and I'm really hoping I can extend the life of them so they can last a lot longer. I'll probably get a professional cleaner to clean them up, make them look brand new again, and switch out the insoles to make them more comfy. But comment down below and let me know if you have any questions or concerns about the shoes. I'll be happy to answer them in the comment section down below, or if you just want to say what's up, comment down below. I always love hearing from you. But we're at that point in the video now. It's time for hashtag Zacharagi, what you rockin'? And come on guys, you know I had to pull these out for today. If you watch the video, then I don't have to explain why. But that is it for today. I appreciate you for watching. The shoe just fell. I'm signing out. Peace.